So here we are, really at the closing stages of 30 days of conscious eating. And we have to end with the explanation of how we become whole. We've been living with this hole inside of us that we've been comforting and covering with food. So what are the essential ingredients to actually finding wholeness? Now, I narrow it down to 3 key factors. These are ones that I've noticed in my journey over the last 14 years. And I can't say I am completely whole yet. But wow, compared to where I've been, it's almost like a total transformation. And in recent times, experiencing myself in ways that I never knew were possible, having deep inner experiences of my own value. And that only happened at the deepest level. I can't say deepest level. It deepened during this practice and through all that judgment that I got with what I shared with you. It was either sink or swim. And in the past, I have sunk and drowned almost. Whereas this time, something rose up within me because I was more whole. And I could see that what I was being accused of, all of that judgment, was actually not my truth. It didn't have any hold over me because I felt whole. I didn't need to defer to them to learn about my own goodness. I had a direct experience of it in the heart where it filtered out through my beingness, this realization that I'm a really good person. And that's been transformational, totally transformational. Still got work to do, but it's taken away the struggle. And I don't know if it'll return, no idea. But my whole relationship with food has definitely changed. There's this ease. There's no thinking, no control required. It's just a beautiful flowing relationship. And if there's a choice to have something that's not the highest vibrating food, then that's okay. We just agree to do it and we don't do guilt. It's like an example this morning. There was this feeling of comforting with a hot chocolate, and the consciousness within scanned that and could see all different aspects of using or enjoying a hot chocolate. And so therefore it was done consciously. There was no food abuse, no overeating, no addiction. It was a conscious decision that yes, I am going to give that to her, that experience. And there's going to be absolutely no guilt or judgment about it. And when we are in that experience, we're going to be so present to what's unfolding, what it tastes like, smells like, feels like as it goes down, how it warms her. And that's it. End of story. On to the next experience. So, how do we become whole? Now, I narrow it down to this. We have to work on connecting with our body in a positive way. For me, that's been through exercise and yoga. But that's not enough in and of itself. We can't just become whole by reconnecting with our body. We need to connect and do some work on the mind. And this is where consciousness is extremely powerful, in understanding the levels of consciousness. And what is the lower mind? What is the higher mind? Where are my thoughts and actions coming from? And that is essential, along with connecting with your body, in order to get wholeness. But there's still not enough. You're still incomplete, because you need to get to know the deeper you. Okay? And we get there by accessing soul, the higher levels of consciousness. You cannot find wholeness until you've started to work on this and work on this and work on this. And together, all of them create something really powerful. I'll just tip the camera down to see the bottom. This is what wholeness really comes from. Connection. We cannot find wholeness until we have connected with this, and all of those come together to give us completeness, a complete self. And you don't have to wait until you've completely connected with the body and completely connected with the mind and you're living in a spiritual enlightened state. It's not like that. It increases. You've already seen an increase in this 30 days. It grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And along the way, you start having these opening, these experiences, these mini realizations. And then it opens into big ones like I recently had. And presumably, what happens beyond that now is that it's a solidification process. That was a moment in time that was pushed up by being intensely judged in a situation that really was of value to me. And it was through that pain that I found the release and found the humility and the ownership. And these three things could align and connect and wholeness be experienced purely because of the connection. So knowing these are really powerful and finding ways of doing that. So I'm going to actually include a more in-depth explanation of this that was from a workshop that I ran a couple of times earlier this year. I've just got a snippet of it. I've edited out a bit where I talked about this, and I'm going to share that with you in a little while this afternoon, once you've had a chance to digest this. And I'll be back tomorrow for a bit of a review and a conclusion, and then our practice is going to end. But as mentioned in the live, we will keep, I will keep this group open, and you can continue to communicate and share throughout August. And in September, if you want to join me again, I'm going to bring the conscious eating practice back, bigger and better. I can just feel it in my bones. I've learned so much from this experience, and I reckon I can make it even more powerful going forward. I'm going to give it a try anyway. All right, you beautiful ladies, that's it for now. And check out this afternoon when I put that extra video up from the workshop. I love you guys. Bye.